As we stand on the threshold of 2025, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you truly invested in you? Not for others, not for validation, but for the sole purpose of becoming the best version of yourself. This year, it's time to make a bold decision focused solely on yourself. Why? Because you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't be your best for others if you're neglecting the foundation of your own life. First, embrace self-reflection. Take time to sit with yourself, ask hard questions, and determine what truly matters to you. What do you want to accomplish? What kind of person do you want to become? Answering these questions is the starting point of your transformation. Next, prioritize personal growth. Whether it's learning a new skill, improving your health, or cultivating a positive mindset, make 2025 the year you build habits that serve your highest good. Remember, growth is not always glamorous. It's often the small, consistent actions that yield the biggest results. But here's the catch: eliminate distractions. In a world that thrives on noise, comparisons, and constant notifications, it's easy to lose focus. This year, be intentional. Say no to the things that don't align with your purpose and say yes to peace, clarity, and focus. Set boundaries unapologetically. It's not selfish to protect your time and energy. It's necessary. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world, and not every opportunity is worth your attention. Be clear about what adds value to your life and what drains it. Aim for consistency over perfection. Don't let fear of failure hold you back. Every small step, every imperfect attempt is moving you closer to your goals. The key is to keep going, even when it's hard, even when it's lonely. The greatest gift you can give yourself in 2025 is the permission to focus on you. Not out of arrogance or selfishness, but out of a deep understanding that when you thrive, everyone around you benefits. So this year, choose yourself, prioritize your growth, silence the noise, and watch how your life begins to change. As we step into the promise of 2025, one of the most transformative practices you can adopt is self-reflection. It may sound simple, sitting with your thoughts, asking yourself questions, but in a world that pulls us in countless directions, self-reflection is an act of courage and power. It is the foundation upon which all personal growth is built, and without it, we risk wandering through life without truly understanding who we are or what we want. To embrace self-reflection means to prioritize moments of stillness. These moments are opportunities to step away from the chaos of daily demands and distractions, to turn your attention inward and connect with your true self. Ask yourself, what drives me, what brings me joy, what weighs me down? These are not fleeting questions to be answered lightly, but deep inquiries that require honesty, patience, and vulnerability. Self-reflection is not just about identifying goals or achievements, it's about understanding your values and aligning your life with them. Too often, we get caught in the cycle of pursuing what society tells us is important: success, recognition, material possessions, without ever pausing to ask if those things resonate with our core beliefs. By taking the time to reflect, you create space to rediscover what truly matters to you. In this journey of self-reflection, you may uncover truths that are difficult to face. Perhaps you'll realize you've been prioritizing others' expectations over your own desires. Maybe you'll see patterns of behavior that no longer serve you, or recognize relationships that drain your energy rather than nourish it. This process can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Growth often requires us to confront what is holding us back. One effective way to practice self-reflection is through journaling. Writing down your thoughts allows you to process them more clearly and provides a tangible record of your growth over time. Start with simple prompts. What am I grateful for today? What challenges am I facing? What can I do to overcome them? As you write, you may find that the act of putting pen to paper unlocks insights you didn't realize you had. Another tool for self-reflection is mindfulness or meditation. By sitting quietly, focusing on your breath, and observing your thoughts without judgment, you can develop a deeper awareness of your emotions and thought patterns. This practice teaches you to respond to life with intention rather than reacting impulsively. Self-reflection is not a one-time event, it's a continuous practice. Life changes, and so do we. The goals that made sense for you a year ago might not fit who you are today, and that's okay. Regularly checking in with yourself ensures that you're living authentically, adapting to new circumstances while staying true to your core values. However, true self-reflection requires more than just thinking. It demands action. Once you've identified areas of your life that need attention or change, the next step is to take deliberate steps toward improvement. Perhaps you've realized that your work no longer fulfills you. What can you do to pursue a path that aligns with your passion? Maybe you've noticed that you've neglected your health. How can you start building habits that prioritize your well-being? It's also important to approach self-reflection with compassion. As you uncover areas for growth, resist the urge to judge yourself harshly for past mistakes or perceived shortcomings. Remember that reflection is not about punishment, it's about understanding and empowering yourself to make better choices moving forward. Be kind to yourself and recognize the strength it takes to look inward. In 2025, let self-reflection be your compass. Let it guide you to a life that feels purposeful and aligned with your truest self. It's not about becoming someone new, it's about uncovering who you've been all along. When you take the time to listen to your inner voice, to honor your values, and to act in alignment with them, you create a life that feels not only successful but deeply fulfilling. Find moments of stillness, ask the hard questions, listen to your inner wisdom, and trust that by embracing self-reflection, you are laying the groundwork for a year and a life that is authentically yours. If there is one commitment that can transform your life in 2025, it is prioritizing your personal growth. In a world that often measures success by external achievements, titles, possessions, or status, it is easy to overlook the most profound and lasting investment in yourself. Personal growth is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It is the process of becoming the person you are capable of being and building a life that reflects your highest potential. Personal growth begins with a decision to make yourself a priority. It's about dedicating time, energy, and resources to your development, even when it feels inconvenient or uncomfortable. Growth rarely happens in moments of ease. It occurs when you push beyond your comfort zone and embrace the challenges that test your resilience and determination. One of the most powerful ways to prioritize your growth is by committing to lifelong learning. Whether it's reading books, attending workshops, taking online courses, or learning a new skill, education is the cornerstone of self-improvement. Knowledge expands your perspective, equips you with tools to solve problems, and inspires innovation in every area of your life. As you embrace learning, you may discover passions or talents you didn't know you had, opening doors to new opportunities. But learning is not limited to formal education. Growth also comes from observing the world around you and being curious about life. Listen to diverse viewpoints, seek out mentors, and pay attention to the lessons hidden in everyday experiences. Every conversation, every mistake, and every triumph has something to teach you if you are willing to pay attention. Prioritizing personal growth also requires cultivating habits that support your well-being. Your mind, body, and spirit are interconnected, and nurturing all three is essential. Start with small, consistent actions that build a foundation for success. Exercise regularly, eat nourishing foods, and ensure you're getting enough rest. Take time for reflection, prayer, or meditation to strengthen your inner peace. These habits may seem simple, but they have a cumulative impact that can transform how you approach your day and your life. Another critical aspect of growth is learning to manage your time effectively. Time is the one resource you can never replenish, and how you spend it reflects what you value. Make it a priority to schedule activities that contribute to your growth, whether that's setting aside time for reading, working on a personal project, or engaging in meaningful conversations. Say no to distractions that don't align with your goals, and guard your time as if it were your most precious commodity, because it is. Personal growth also involves facing your fears. Fear is a natural part of stepping into the unknown, but it can also be the greatest obstacle to reaching your potential. By confronting what scares you, whether it's fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown, you build courage and confidence. Each time you push through fear, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than you realized, and that strength becomes the foundation for future challenges. It's important to remember that growth is a journey, not a destination. There will be setbacks, mistakes, and moments of doubt along the way. But these experiences are not failures, they are lessons. Embrace them with humility and an open mind, and use them as opportunities to refine your approach. Progress may be slow at times, but even the smallest step forward is still progress. Surround yourself with people who support your growth. Seek out relationships that challenge you to think bigger, aim higher, and become better. Be mindful of the company you keep, as your environment plays a significant role in shaping your mindset and habits. A supportive community can inspire you to keep going when the path gets tough and celebrate your victories along the way. In 2025, make the decision to put your growth first. Commit to learning, cultivating habits that nourish your body and mind, and facing your fears with courage. Treat every day as an opportunity to become a little better than you were yesterday. Remember, personal growth is not about reaching perfection, it's about progress. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be and building a life that reflects your unique potential. As we move into 2025, let's address one of the biggest barriers to achieving focus and clarity in our lives: distractions. Distractions are everywhere. They come in the form of endless notifications, unsolicited opinions, comparisons, and even our own wandering thoughts. They pull us away from what truly matters, fragment our attention, and leave us feeling overwhelmed and unfulfilled. To truly make this year your own, you must make the deliberate decision to eliminate distractions and reclaim your energy for the things that align with your goals and values. Distractions often masquerade as harmless interruptions, but their cumulative effect can derail even the most ambitious plans. Imagine setting aside time to work on a project or reflect on your next steps, only to find yourself scrolling through social media or responding to an unimportant message. Hours slip away, and the work you intended to do remains untouched. It's not just about lost time, it's about lost momentum, lost focus, and ultimately lost opportunities. The first step in eliminating distractions is identifying them. Distractions are not the same for everyone. For some, it may be the constant buzz of notifications on their phone. For others, it might be saying yes to too many commitments or spending time with people who drain their energy. Take a moment to reflect on what typically pulls you away from your priorities. Awareness is key because you cannot eliminate what you do not recognize. Once you've identified your distractions, the next step is to set boundaries. Boundaries are not about shutting the world out, but about creating space for what matters most. Start by examining your digital habits. Do you need to check your email every hour? Can you set specific times to respond to messages instead of being constantly available? Consider turning off non-essential notifications or even setting your phone to do not disturb during focused work sessions. Technology is a tool, but when it controls you instead of serving you, it becomes a distraction. Another critical area to address is your environment. Your surroundings play a significant role in shaping your focus. If your workspace is cluttered or filled with interruptions, it becomes harder to concentrate. Take the time to organize your space and remove anything that doesn't contribute to your productivity. This simple act can create a sense of calm and clarity, allowing you to direct your energy where it's needed most. Eliminating distractions also requires being intentional about your commitments. Time is finite, and every yes you give to one thing is a no to something else. Be selective about where you invest your time and energy. Not every opportunity is meant for you, and not every invitation deserves your presence. Learn to say no gracefully but firmly, especially when something doesn't align with your priorities. Remember, protecting your focus is not selfish, it's essential. Perhaps the most challenging distractions to address are the internal ones. Negative self-talk, fear, and self-doubt can be just as disruptive as external interruptions. These mental distractions often stem from unresolved emotions or unexamined beliefs. Combat them by developing practices that center your mind, such as mindfulness, meditation, or journaling. When you quiet the internal noise, you can better focus on what truly matters. It's also important to recognize that distractions often arise from a lack of clarity. When you are uncertain about your goals or priorities, it's easy to become sidetracked. Spend time defining what success looks like for you in 2025. What are the key areas of your life that need your attention? What goals are non-negotiable? The clearer you are about your path, the easier it becomes to ignore distractions that do not serve your purpose. Eliminating distractions is not about achieving perfection, but about making consistent, intentional choices. You won't be able to avoid every interruption, and that's okay. The goal is to minimize their impact and train your mind to return to focus quickly. Over time, this practice will strengthen your ability to stay on track, even in a world full of noise. Distractions are inevitable, but they are not insurmountable. By identifying what pulls you away from your priorities, setting boundaries, and cultivating a clear sense of purpose, you can regain control of your time and energy. In 2025, choose to live intentionally. Choose to eliminate distractions and focus on what truly matters. The power to do so is already within you. You simply have to decide to use it. One of the most profound decisions you can make in 2025 is to define your boundaries and protect your energy. In a world filled with competing demands, external expectations, and constant noise, this act is not just a necessity, it is a form of self-respect. When you set clear boundaries and guard your energy, you create the conditions for focus, growth, and fulfillment. This is not about isolating yourself, but about being intentional with your time, emotional bandwidth, and attention. Defining boundaries starts with understanding your own limits. It requires honest self-reflection about what truly matters to you and what drains your energy. Too often, we stretch ourselves thin, saying yes to requests out of guilt or obligation, only to find ourselves exhausted and unable to give our best to the things that matter most. Recognizing your capacity and honoring it is not a sign of weakness, it is a declaration of your priorities. Protecting your energy means being deliberate about where and with whom you invest it. Every interaction, every task, and every environment has an impact on your energy. Pay attention to the people and situations that uplift you, as well as those that deplete you. This doesn't mean cutting everyone off, but it does mean reassessing how much access others have to your time and emotions. Surround yourself with those who support your growth and distance yourself from negativity, gossip, or drama that distracts you from your goals. Another crucial aspect of protecting your energy is learning to say no. Saying no is not always easy, especially if you are someone who likes to help others or avoid conflict. However, every yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities is a no to something that does. Saying no is an act of empowerment. It allows you to focus on what truly matters and ensures that your time and energy are spent in ways that reflect your values. Remember, saying no doesn't require a lengthy explanation. A simple, polite response is often enough. In addition to setting boundaries with others, it's equally important to set boundaries with yourself. This includes managing your own habits and tendencies that may drain your energy. For instance, overcommitting, procrastinating, or dwelling on past mistakes can all consume mental and emotional resources that could be directed toward your goals. Practice self-discipline and self-compassion. Recognize when you're veering off track and gently guide yourself back without judgment. Guarding your energy also involves creating rituals and routines that replenish you. This might mean starting your day with meditation, exercise, or quiet reflection to set a positive tone. It could involve scheduling breaks throughout your day to recharge or dedicating time to hobbies and activities that bring you joy. Protecting your energy isn't just about avoiding what drains you, it's about actively seeking what renews you. Digital boundaries are another essential consideration in today's hyper-connected world. The constant barrage of notifications, emails, and social media can be overwhelming and distracting. Consider setting limits on your screen time, turning off non-essential notifications, or creating tech-free zones in your day. By managing your digital interactions, you can create more mental space for deep work, meaningful connections, and moments of peace. It's also important to remember that protecting your energy is not selfish, it's necessary. When you prioritize your well-being, you not only enhance your own quality of life, but also show up more fully for the people and responsibilities that matter most. You cannot pour from an empty cup. By taking care of yourself, you build the resilience and clarity needed to navigate challenges and seize opportunities. Defining boundaries and protecting your energy is a continuous process. Life evolves, and so do your needs and priorities. Be willing to reassess your boundaries regularly and make adjustments as needed. Communicate your boundaries clearly and kindly, and don't hesitate to enforce them when they are tested. Protecting your energy is a skill that grows stronger with practice. Your energy is one of your most valuable resources. By defining clear boundaries, being intentional with your time, and creating space for renewal, you empower yourself to live with focus, purpose, and joy. In 2025, make the commitment to honor your energy and protect it fiercely. It is a gift, and how you use it will shape the year ahead.